So let's go through some of the features of Dragonfly, which are numerous and many. One of our mantras is be safe, be seen, be heard. And that talks to our lighting features and sound and speaker combination that we have on board Dragonfly. That starts with a visual experience when you first turn on your product. And if I turn her on, you'll hear hear Dragonfly go through its startup sequence, check all of the parameters on the product and give it its own health check, and turns on the lighting. We have 3 light sensors. So the first is the daylight running lights, which are always on. And then you have 2 further levels of light, a May beam and a further forward light, which you can adjust the lumen level depending on how dark where you're traveling. If you're going through a dark forest or if you're going through a city, you always want to be seen. Added to that, we have turn signals for the left and right clearly, which are forward-facing and rear-facing, and we also have hazard warning lights, which are obviously also forward-facing and rear-facing. The lights are visible not just forward, but from the side, so you're visible in any condition from the front, from the side. There is also a forward-facing laser which projects the Dragonfly logo out in front of the vehicle. Now, one of the things that you notice, which is very different about Dragonfly, is the audio. We're not a silent electric vehicle. We have a running sound, which is a combination of 3 things. The sound engineers and I worked together to create a sound that was a combination of a real Dragonfly flapping its wings, a V8 motor, and actually a spaceship from Blade Runner 49. And we combined those sounds to create a Dragonfly sound for when you're riding. So as your speed progresses, a bit like when you're accelerating in a car, your sound progresses so anybody in the same lane as you or pedestrians can hear you coming. But not only that, we have a surround sound speaker system from these forward speakers, which you can Bluetooth to, listen to your favorite tunes while you're riding, and additionally play your navigation system through. So if you go through Google Maps or Waze or any of those products, that will directly link through to Dragonfly and interrupt your music, play your navigation prompts, and play your favorite tunes. So that's the audio visual experience of Dragonfly. You can set the vehicle to turn off after so many minutes, from 1 through to 10, and then it will go into its safe alarm mode, which will mean that if anyone tries to tamper with the product, there'll be a visual light dance warning somebody that this vehicle is alarmed, and after a further series of seconds, if someone continues to move it, obviously through the speaker system, there will be an up to 90 decibel alarm sounding siren to warn people to leave the product alone, and generally that will put most people off. Separate to that, there is a 4-digit PIN that you have to enter to mobilize the vehicle so you can ride it in the first place. So it's got a PIN mobilization as well as onboard alarm. And then when you are finished at the end of your journey and you turn off the vehicle, there is a further light and sound dance to indicate that the vehicle is shutting down. Dragonfly is all about engineering and high quality engineering that came straight out of motorsport. Obviously with 3 or 4 wheels, You are super safe because you're grounded as you are on a track. The wheel proportions are the same as a high-end supercar. The A-arms are sculpted castings with rear drum brakes, all-round independent suspension, damp suspension, and Ackerman steering geometry, both front and rear. So with the four-wheel vehicle, we have full four-wheel steering, and between the structure, we have a full carbon fiber twist weave flex deck to really feel the movement and flow from the road surface as you ride your Dragonfly. One of Dragonfly's most unique features is its steering. It's a unique patented system that is multi-dimensional. So when you want to steer to the right, you steer to the right. When you want to steer to the left, you steer to the left. But you can either tilt the steering column or twist it, and the wheels will move, and you've got this ultimate sort of agile, this kind of figure-of-8 pattern that allows you to really get with the dynamism of the road and what's going on, and gives you that a real fun factor, the same as if you were kite surfing or windsurfing or snowboarding, you can really get in. But equally, if you preferred that more sort of laid back, you can just stand and you can ride and flow as if you're on a longboard down in LA, and ride with one hand and feel much more relaxed about your ride through the city. Or you can get down, you can get low, and you can really enjoy the corners and the wind in your hair as you ride Dragonfly.